quick video on installing a Frostbite aluminum radiator on a 1955 Ford Customline. The same would apply to a 54 and a 56. So I ended up using this part number radiator, which is a 2-core instead of the 3-core, because after reading some things online, I guess there's a clearing issue, or it's more of an issue getting it to fit properly on some, I guess, how much it sticks out where to hit the fan. So I ended up going with the 2-core to give me better clearance. The reason we went with an aluminum radiator is because the original one kept getting patched up and it kept having leaks. So we decided to just go ahead and go aluminum to avoid any issues. This is a police vehicle that is used for parades, so we can't have it break it down and having cooling leaks during the parade. That'd be really inconvenient, so that's why we went ahead and upgraded to a Frostbite aluminum radiator. So things to know or to expect when installing one of these radiators is that you'll have some clearance issues. At least I did. So I had to cut a little section off right there to get it to clear the core support on both sides. So I just cut the little corners off, and that gave me the clearance I needed. Things to also know is that you will need a different lower radiator hose, which I ended up using a 12-inch flexible hose. Part number, let's see, it's a Dayco 81361, and those are the measurements for the ins and the outs, and it's a 12-inch flex hose. So I also ended up using a different fan, just because the original one, which is this one on the ground, if you use that spacer that it comes with, it'll actually hit that lower part of the tank on the radiator. It creates an issue, so you can't run that spacer with the original fan. So if you wanted to run that spacer to get your fan closer to the radiator, you will have to run like a flex type fan. I would recommend a 17-inch. This is an 18-inch, and it comes pretty close to where the transmission lines are down there. It'll hit, and the 18-inch, it barely clears, but it clears. But I would recommend a 17. I'm actually going to switch this one to a 17 to avoid having any issues in case under load or high RPM it decides to flex and kiss that that transmission line. So if your vehicle also has transmission lines, then you definitely have to run maybe a 16-inch so you can clear those lines. Is the only way you're going to clear them. So that's just a little things to look out for when installing an aluminum radiator on a 1954, 55, and 56 Ford Customline. It's a good unit, so I think they'll be happy with it, the department that owns this vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and run it and see what happens. Hopefully it keeps the unit cool under parades. I'm also gonna be installing this electric fan right here. I got the little mounts, and I'm gonna try to mount it to some pre-existing hose already in here. Use some of those bolts, so that way I don't like running these electric fans through the radiator with those little pull-through zip ties, because I just don't like, you know, possibly damaging it and through vibration. You know, I know some people do it, but I'm not gonna do it. So hopefully somebody finds this video useful in trying to decide what type of radiator to run on their 54 to 56 Ford Customline. Like I said, I recommend the Frostbite. Once again, that's the part number. And just upgrade the fan as well. Oh, and don't forget, lower radiator hose. You're gonna need that too.